back to my channel. I am Jill Baird and I am so happy to see you. Today we have a 15-minute mini band workout, which is either an extended warm-up. We're going to activate our glutes and our core and all the muscles that we would use in a strength or HIIT workout, or you can use it as a standalone toning workout. If you are short on time, and if you're daring, you can repeat it twice. We will be working for 40 seconds. We'll have 12 seconds to switch to transition between exercises. There are 8 exercises and we'll work through all 8 exercises twice. I'm going to get started by putting this band just above my knees, and I'm going to come to the right edge of my mat for some side steps. I'm going to hit start on the timer. We have 3 seconds, and when you hear the bell, we're going to start walking towards the left. So you want to sit down into a squat here. Press out against the band. Make sure that you're keeping tension in the band the entire time. And this is a warm-up for our glute medius and our quads. Take a little peek down, friends. Make sure that you can see your toes, that your knees aren't heading out over your toes. Make sure all 10 toes are facing forward and that your chest is lifted, not pointing down towards the ground. Okay, I'm going to slip the band down just above my ankles. I'm going to step my feet wide enough that I can feel some tension on the band, and I'm going to step my left toes back just a bit. Then I'm going to take a big step back with my left toes and bring them back to that point that I started at, not all the way back to my right foot. Touch your core, make sure it's turned on. Make sure your chest stays open and that you're squeezing your buns here. So warming up the glute, really feel it on my stabilizing right leg as well as in this left glute with the toes that are stepping back. All right, we're going to switch that out. So my left foot is going to be grounded this time. I'm going to create that tension on the band by stepping my right foot out a bit and back. And then I'm going to take a step back and bring it in. Be sure that you're squeezing your buns. Put your mind in your muscle. If we've been sitting all day, our buns tend to turn off, which is why it's really important to do glute activation exercises before a workout, so that when we're doing those squats and those lunges and any plyometric moves, that those glutes are turned on. We're not dumping into the wrong muscles. We're not jeopardizing our knees. Ooh, this is spicy, friends. All right, we're going to come down onto our side. I'm going to come down onto my left side, so my left forearm is parallel to the mat. We're going to come into some clamshells. So we're going to press up into that forearm, elbow, and hand, and then press that top knee up towards the ceiling. So working into our core here as well as both buns. So really give your core a squeeze to come up into that clamshell. And if you want a little extra, you can bring that top hand to your top hip and kind of give a little press there to add a little extra tension. All right, I'm going to flip to my other side, just doing this little snazzy flip over there. So again, forearm parallel to the mat, lift, and then lower. Exhale to squeeze out against that band, and inhale to lower everything with control. Make sure you're not looking down towards the ground, collapsing onto your side. I'm creating a rainbow with my right side body here as I lift up. And again, you can bring that hand to your hip. Okay, we're gonna come onto our backs for some glute bridges. So heels in towards the hips, keeping some tension on the band. You can extend your fingertips towards your heels. Exhale, press your feet into the mat and begin to lift your hips, starting with your tailbone, working all the way up towards your shoulders. And then inhale to lower, beginning with the shoulder blades. Tailbone arrives last. Squeeze the glutes, press into all four corners of the feet as you come up. And then slowly lower with control. Lengthening your tailbone towards the backs of your knees as you come up into that bridge, really warming up the glutes and the backside body. All right, now we're gonna come into a frog pump. So I'm gonna keep the band where it is. I'm gonna bring the soles of my feet together to touch, maintaining a nice long spine. I'm gonna press into that pinky edge of my feet, lift my hips. Gosh, I can really feel this in my outer glutes, the glute medius. And then again, slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time until your tailbone arrives on the mat. So when we press into the feet to come up, the tailbone lifts first and we work our way up towards those shoulder blades. And then as we come down, we start with our spine up by our shoulder blades and then roll down all the way to our tailbone. See if you can squeeze and hold, and then lower. All right, the last exercise of our circuit here, we're gonna bring this band around the shoelaces of our shoes or our feet where our imaginary shoelaces would be. And we're gonna come into some bicycle crunches, super slow and controlled, drawing opposite shoulder towards opposite knee. So my head, neck, and shoulders are peeled up off the mat. Not only is this working my core, but my legs. So a lot of times I see people doing these really fast, crazy bicycles, and that's not what we're aiming for in a bicycle. A bicycle is a slow, controlled move that really works into our abs, our obliques. All right, friends, I'm going to bring the band just above my ankles this time for my side steps, but if you're more comfortable with it up around your quads, you can do that. Let's sit a little bit lower this time. We are nice and warm. This is the beginning of our second and final round through the circuit. So again, all 10 toes facing forward. Shoulders are down and back into their sockets, which opens up my chest. And then that chest is proud, lifting towards the ceiling. My abs are turned on, those front ribs are knitted down. All right, let's get a little bit more in. Whew, my buns are on fire. Quads too. Okay, we're gonna come into those step backs. I'm going to ground my right foot. I'm going to create some tension on the band and step back with my left foot. Relax your shoulders, take a big step back, and then come back to the starting point, not to feet parallel. So I can really feel this in my glute on the right side, in my quad on the right side, and in my hamstring, and I'm squeezing my left bun here to make sure that it's turning on also. Not gonna let those muscles get out of doing their work. All right, switching it out. Take a step out to create tension on the band, and then those right toes are going to come back. Sit into that left heel, and then step the right toes back into their starting place. So mini bands are fantastic for a number of reasons. You can use them in any workout when you're doing squats, lunges, core work. You can just put them on. They're great for travel. There are total body moves you can do with a mini band. They take up basically no space in a suitcase, a purse, or a backpack, so you can get a good workout in when you're on the road. And they really help us to activate muscle groups that we might forget to turn on. All right, we're back in those clamshells, so bring the band back up above the knees. Bring the forearm parallel to the mat. And then again, you can bring the hand to the hip or reach the hand up. And if you want to get extra spicy, lift the bottom knee away from the mat. So a lot of side body oblique and core work here, as well as turning on those outer glutes. And remember, we're not just flopping down on the mat with that inhale. It's a very controlled motion. All right, just casually roll over to the other side. I like to spread all 5 fingers nice and wide on that supporting bottom arm. Coming up, lifting the bottom knee. Pressing the inner feet together. Ooh, this side's extra spicy because this right hip was already working on the other side, and now I'm asking it to lift. That bridge is going to feel good. Remembering, inhale to lower, exhale as we do the work. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs for that glute bridge. And this time we're going to hold it up in a glute bridge, and we're going to march, drawing opposite knee in towards the chest. So press into the feet, lift the hips, and then we march the right knee in, and then the left. So you want to keep that tailbone lengthening towards the backs of your knees. Keep your buns squeezed. So working into our core here, as well as the front and back sides, the back side body rather. All right, into those frog pumps. This time we're going to hold it at the top and pulse. So soles of the feet together, heels can be in or away from your buns. It just depends on what feels better for you. Press up into the sides, pinky edge of the feet, and then little pulses out against the band. Make sure that your core is in, your front core is engaged so that you're not feeling this in your low back. Think about your tailbone lengthening again towards the backs of the knees, towards the front side of the mat. Holy smokes, can you see the flames? My buns are on fire. Whew, it doesn't take much, does it, friends? We don't need tons of time. All right, bicycles again. We're going to bring the band around the laces of the shoes. Shins are parallel to the mat. Bring those fingertips behind the ears. Elbows so wide you can't see them. When you come back, inhale through center and exhale as you twist and press out against the band. All right, my friends, that is it for our mini band total body activation. press stop, click on the video that's linked in right here at the end of my video to go directly into a workout that you can do after this band warm-up. All right, friends, I will see you back here next time. Until then, keep moving, get some sunshine, make healthy decisions, and come back to me next week. Bye.